Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat, and today I am continuing with my unhaul video series. So if this is your first time joining, hi, I'm Kat, and I am moving to Australia sometime at the end of this year. So that means that all of my books that I don't want to ship or put in my luggage, I will have to get rid of. So I'm planning to donate them. So this is an unhaul series. If you like that kind of thing, hit the subscribe button. So this video's theme is Japanese works that I've read recently that I didn't really like or I am not planning to bring with me. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So the first one is a more recent read for me, and it is I Am a Cat by Natsume Soseki, Volume 1. In this, you're following the everyday life of an average tabby cat, and he is originally a wild cat, but then he's taken in by a professor, and it is just how a cat would view kind of life in Japan during that period and kind of the everyday minutiae of Japanese living. I found the plot to be meandering and painfully boring, and I found the cat to be kind of a dick, and I found the master that he eventually gets to be tedious. So I was not a fan of this book at all, so definitely gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. So I might as well get rid of my other Natsume Soseki that I have, and it is Kokoro, which means heart or heartbeat. And honestly, I have never read this one. I believe it is a family drama. It is a classic of Japanese literature, but I really do not enjoy family dramas. Normally, I don't read them unless there's some other element that's like very, very cool. So, wasn't thrilled, and I'm not really in love with Natsume Soseki's writing style, so I gave this one a pass. The person that gave it to me, she teaches Asian literature, and she used this in her class, but it's not even one of her favorites, so it's just really not a favorite across the board of Japanese literature. So if you've read this book, let me know if I'm making a huge mistake, or if you agree with me, just validate my trash choices. So yeah, thanks. And another book that I'm getting rid of because it has to do with a family drama saga is the Makioka Sisters by Junichiro Tanizaki. Now, I really love Tanizaki's writing style. Great, great writing style. Very visceral, kind of like Ryu Murakami in style. Just an overall excellent, excellent writing style. However, this one, the Makioka Sisters, follows, I believe, 5 sisters throughout their life from childhood to adulthood to death. And I'm really not into family sagas like 100 Years of Solitude or The Hours or The Sound and the Fury, just no. So I am not going to read this. I haven't read it, and I have no plans to read it. So sorry, everyone that's mad at me for that. Yeah. Because I often get asked, like, you read a lot of Japanese literature, and I'm like, mm-hmm, and they're like, those Makioka Sisters, eh? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't read it. I don't read family drama stuff, so sorry. Next up is a book that put me to sleep multiple times when I tried to read it, and it is 6-4 by Hideo Yokoyama. So this one was kind of a buy because of the beautiful magenta end papers, but also because my dad likes to read crime thrillers, and this was like blurbed as like, now UK bestseller, Japanese crime phenomenon. So I was like, great, I'll get this, read it, and if it's good, I'll send it to him for Father's Day. No. So it is so complicated. There are so many characters that I just could not stay awake. Like, for instance, this is the helpful diagram that they give you of all the characters and how they're related to each other, and I was just like, girl, that's a lot. That's a lot. So I'm going to be giving this one away. I don't think I can donate this one to my husband's school's library because I believe it's very violent and it has a lot of murder and gore in it, so we're going to give this one to an independent bookstore, not a children's library. And next up is a book that I bought just like at an off shop, just for inspiration when I'm writing or when I'm painting, and it is Japanese Goth, compiled by Tiffany Godoy and Ivan Martinian. So actually, this is a compendium of Japanese artists and fashion by people that aren't even Japanese. So the images are amazing, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. So for instance, like, Okay, well that was a weird one, so let's go ahead and show that right now. So images like this, like I could look at this and be inspired to write a certain piece or paint something, same as like this one. They're just all very visceral and dark, which, like I said, dark is kind of my wheelhouse. So I really like things that are like that, like very artsy and inspiring. But then there's ones like this, which like, it basically just looks like a Japanese Kiss like knockoff band, and I'm like less inspired. So the amount that I pick this book up versus like how heavy it is, because it's on really thick cardstock, it just doesn't, it's not feasible. So I will be donating it, again, not to my husband's children's library, because there's a lot of naked people in this and don't want to get people riled. And another one is The Name of the Flower by Kuniko Mukoda. So this is a short story collection by Mukoda, and I'd never heard of her before, but she became really popular because she was on an airplane that crashed and she died, and posthumously people were like, oh, she was a writer, let's read everything she ever wrote. So that's how I came across this. It was given to me as a gift by someone. I didn't actually know her, and out of all the short stories, I only liked one of them, so I'm thinking that I might just let it go. That is not a Frozen reference. I have taught children for so long that I never want to reference Frozen ever. Never. So, but now, of course, in my head I'm like, let it go, let it go. Ah. Anyone who's a teacher out there, like, give me a comment. Like, you know, Frozen is like a wasteland. A wasteland. You say let it, and it's just, you can't teach for like 5 minutes. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I know. So, yeah, wasn't really impressed by the short story collection, and will be donating it. And my last Japanese book that I am going to go ahead and give away is Train Man by Hitori Nakano. So this one was very interesting, and I picked it up because the format of it is actually so ingenious. So for instance, it's all written in like online forum or text style, where there's a man and he ends up saving a woman on a train from like a groper. He then wants to talk to her and go on dates with her and maybe ask her out, but he's just so awkward and socially shy that he takes to the internet forums to ask what he should do. So I thought that this would be really cute, but about halfway through I just thought it was so sad. Really just very sad. He couldn't act on his own at all. It was kind of like he was waiting for the people online to dictate what he would do in real life, as well as I thought like some of the way that people talk online I just don't understand. I'm not like a huge forum person. I never leave comments other than on BookTube. A bunch of the stuff that's like where it's like internet designs that I'm supposed to know what it means, I'm like, I'm not a cool person. I don't know internet slang. This book was okay. Like, it was interesting to read, and I thought it was like cute and quirky, and the style was interesting, so I'm not mad at it. I'm also just not going to bring it to Australia. So yeah, that finishes up the part 1 of my Japanese books. I have way more Japanese books, so there will be definitely another one, if not 2 more. But for today, I think that's pretty good. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe. That would be awesome. I have a bunch more hauls coming. Thank you so much for watching. Without further ado, I'm just going to say bye for now. Toodles! Bye!